I'm James Richardson from the Agriculture and Food Policy Center at Texas A&M, and I'd like to talk a little bit about our recent visit to Washington, D.C. to present the baseline report to the House and Senate Ag Committees. This is a copy of our baseline report. You can get this by going to our website at afpc.tamu.edu. Then over on the right-hand side, first thing you want to do is click that January 2016 baseline briefing report. This is a short report that has a summary of an outlook for the economic viability of all of our representative farms. I talked about a representative farm process in the last video we put together. The second new publication on that website is the working paper. And if you want more detail about the representative farms and their economic viability, you want to click on that working paper. It's a 100-page report that has a detail about the economic outlook for each of our representative farms. Our representative farm system is set to present the report or present the results of what the FAPRI baseline would look like if it comes to pass for each of our representative farms. The baseline analysis that we're doing is for 2014 to 2020. The analysis uses 14 and 15 as the actual prices and yields that the farmers in our panels receive on their representative farms, and that's a starting period for us. And then 2016 to 20 is going to be the forecast period that we're going to use. We classify our farms in three measures. We look at this in terms of definition of financial position. We classify them as either in good condition, marginal condition, or in poor condition. A good condition farm is one that has a less than 25% chance of a negative ending cash balance and less than a 25% chance of decreasing their real net worth, or their real net worth being less than, at the end of the period 2020, being less than what it was at 2014. A marginal farm would be one that has a 25 to 50% chance of a negative ending cash balance and the same probability of losing real net worth. A poor farm is one that has more than a 50% chance of a negative ending cash and a decrease in real net worth. Looking now at our cotton farms, we have cotton farms in Texas, in the Southeast, Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, and North Carolina. The representative farms, cotton farms, are not benefited by a safety net such as ARC and PLC. We've looked at the FAPRI prices here, projections. These are the average annual prices they're projecting. They're a little bit above the loan rate. Loan rate's actually projected to decrease a little bit in 2017, 18, and 19, and then return back to its maximum in 2020. The baseline projections that we've had over the last 5 years are summarized here in this chart. In 2012, when we did a 5-year outlook at that point in time, we were showing about 55% of our cotton farms were in the green. They were in really good shape. By 2013, about 50% of them were in the green, and we had about 30% of our cotton farms in red, considered in poor condition. As you see, as we move through time, doing a 5-year forecast each time, we've got more and more red in here. 2015 was a pretty bad year. We had almost 60% of our cotton farms in the red. Today we've got about the same amount of red in our baseline projection for 2016 through 2020, but now we've got more farms that used to be green in the marginal category. So this is the lowest percentage of farms in the good category in the last 5 baseline projections that we've had. The real reason for this is there's just no safety net there for low prices of cotton. The analysis we've done here on this for this baseline showed that stacks wasn't really going to be a benefit to these farmers, and so we did not include it as an option. What we've seen in our cotton farms, where they were able to shift to another crop using their generic base acres from cotton, they've done that. And so let's look at the individual stoplight chart for our cotton farms. Looking at the top row there of this stoplight chart, the summary numbers on the left-hand side show that there are 3 green farms, 4 marginal farms, and 8 red farms, or poor farms. The top row there, the name of that farm is Texas Southern Plains, TX for the state, SP for the Southern Plains, and it's a 2,500 acre farm. This farm has an 80% chance of a cash flow deficit. That means not being able to repay its operating loan in 2016. By 2020, there's a 98% chance that this farm would have a cash flow deficit. The cash flow deficits accumulate over time, and they're to the point where there's a 92% chance that this farm will reduce its real net worth between 2014 and 2020. Some of the other farms are a little bit better off. I mentioned one there, the Texas Lower Valley, or TXVC 4500. This farm has used its generic base acres for cotton, planted more grain sorghum to take advantage of the fact that grain sorghum in that lower valley of Texas has about a 51 cent a hundredweight premium basis over grain sorghum and the rest of in the FAPRI baseline. The reason for that is its close proximity to Mexico, and they can export that grain sorghum without any difficulty.